Do you need a place to stand around and do hood rat stuff with your friends? Let's build one. All right, let's get right into it. We really need to finish up this part of the city so we can jump to another part of the map. Let's clean the plate off. I'm going to start this little district with a tunnel entrance that don't lead nowhere right now. We might do some riverfront later on, maybe not, but I just wanted that aesthetic. This like a working class neighborhood, white collar, one of them neighborhoods like where Rocky lives, right up against this hillside. We are going to build a little bit of houses up into the hillside. We're going to get a lot of this done. Like there's like maybe one or two little spots we don't get finished, but y'all see the little bit of network that we're working with. We're going to name this district High Rock. High Rock was the city that I was building before I started doing YouTube content. It was the city that made me want to do content. So I'm taking this corner spot right here very seriously. I want this corner to feel like a communal place for this little hillside neighborhood. People come, they chop it up. It's definitely a gathering spot. They selling everything. They got hair, they got candles, incense, and dope all on the same corner.
Brother over there selling pies and papers. Cake man over there.
That's kind of the neighborhood I wanted to build. Right now, though, I'm taking extra precautions about my pedestrian paths. My city's so small. If I do a good job and take my time with my pedestrian paths, people rarely need to get in a car. Also, while I was doing this, I started seeing a little area like right here, this little cut back here. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be a spot I'm gonna have some fun in later on in the episode. I'm also gonna briefly talk about City Skylines too while I'm just plopping these houses. I haven't really said anything. A lot of people do ask me, am I excited? And I am excited, but I can't lie, like I'm not gonna miss this game. It's so well developed after all the years that it is like an endorphin release every time I cut this on. Even if I do the smallest little detailing over the smallest building, smallest park, and it's so complete. That game ain't really complete yet, man. It's still in the oven, so it's harder for me to get excited about that. But we are excited about this neighborhood. We are excited about finishing up this part of the city. It's at that point now where we need to put that lotion on. We need to do a couple things first though, because this tunnel, it doesn't lead anywhere. So let's make sure nobody accidentally drives down there. A few props, and let's do some real detailing. I think that actually might be the longest detailed time lapse we've ever had in this whole series. Anyway, we got some side quests we go on right fast. I need to add a little bit of office space down here. I need to add a couple of assets from the Industrial Evolutions pack to this little corner spot up here. Just a couple. We're not building a whole zone. I also wanted to send a shout out to my boy Sean Builds. He recently had me on his podcast, man. It's a City Skylines 2 podcast. Y'all should check it out. I've never done a podcast before. Y'all know I ain't on there doing nothing but talking that jive. Just some jive talk, that's all. Check that episode out, though. It's on YouTube. We're gonna finish up our little office park right here. We added a lot of people, so we need places for these people to go to work, man. If you don't give people places to go to work, they will resort to shenanigans to get their money.
The secret ingredient is crime.
We're gonna go ahead and lay down this little art studio building, and right behind this, I was on the asset workshop and I found like an old school radio station kind of asset. It looks like maybe like a AM radio station, or they playing those gospel songs that come straight out them hymnal books, man. They definitely leaning on everlasting arms and whatnot. We're gonna go ahead and lay down a couple of surfaces and seal all this up because it looks real crazy right there in that cut. So let's go ahead and close all this up, patch that all up. I'm gonna do a cool little bendy bit right here. We're gonna add some trees to that. Everything don't gotta be all cement. We can leave some cuts, some exposed stuff, and throw some grass down. Like I said, we're gonna throw down this old school looking radio station. You know, they definitely ain't pumping out all the watts, and they don't have no stars coming through to the radio station at all. They just playing records and playing commercials. That's it. So we're gonna go ahead and make this look nice and tidy. I want the blocks to be detailed, even though we're getting kind of up into these hills and stuff does get a little bit, I get a little bit more lax with it because we don't spend a lot of time hanging around up there. We are gonna spend time on this main little drag. This drag is between our distillery district and our downtown. It's just on the other side. We haven't had nothing over here the entire series. We finally got to handle all this. And yeah, a couple of trees and we're pretty much done with that. I'm liking the look. Next, we need to add our industrial asset. I love the variations in the Industrial Evolutions pack. They got old school joints, 80s looking joints, and they got futuristic looking industrial assets, and that's what we're using right now. I like that one in the front with the glass piece and this one with the trucking, the little loading bay area right there. I really like that, man. Could be some good detailing. Maybe a nice TikTok video comes out of that. We're gonna line this up with a little bit of retaining. We're gonna keep the detailing to not a minimum, but we're just gonna keep it kind of quick. We don't need to do nothing too major. And now that I'm kind of looking at this, we're gonna move this over. I'm gonna turn some of these spawn points around. I might even turn that whole building around eventually. And we're gonna add another little road right here. That way, if you're bringing in raw products or taking out goods, you use this road. Yeah, spin that around. Let's move these spawn points. And we're gonna add a little parking lot road to the back side. And let's delete this little wall because I want to go with some river rocks. I think these river rocks make it look a little bit neater. We're gonna surface all this up, put some curb props around it. I like putting curbs around these surfaces. It makes everything look neater, look tighter. We already got police on patrol. I like to see that. Got Rivergate's finest right here, ladies and gentlemen. And I actually, off camera, I'm gonna go back and add me a little path right here to that main road so people don't have to walk all the way around to get up there. I'm gonna make a little cut in that fence, add me one of those pedestrian paths. Right now though, we just gonna add a few industrial assets, couple of trees, just to make it look a little juicier for the cinematics. And we'll make this a Heineken bottling plant of some kind. They do some kind of Heineken in here. They Heinekenizing. I don't know. But for my last trick, I'm gonna add a little sauce to this cut back here. The first thing I'm gonna do that I haven't really done in this series yet is we're gonna change these billboards to something that just matches a little bit more where I'm from, man. Smoke them if you got them, y'all. Smoke them if you got them. This is definitely another one of them places I would be standing around if Rivergate was a real city. That's all I really be making, y'all. Little places where I can hang out. That brings this episode to a close. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on that TikTok. Also, I don't know why I didn't record this, but I actually put a community college down. We're starting to build offices now. Our civs are really stupid, and we need to do something about that.